Greetings. On Saturday, June 6th, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced that houses of worship would be permitted to open at 25% capacity when Long Island enters phase 2 of its reopening plan. This came as a bit of a surprise, as community and faith-based organizations were initially slated for phase 3. Wishing to err on the side of caution and safety, our ruling elders, has been working from a standpoint of gradually opening our buildings by phase 4. We do in fact have a reopening team that has met and is meeting and has begun carefully studying the many facets of beginning to gradually allow in-person worship and the buildings to be reoccupied. The reopening team consists of elders from the Personnel Committee, at least one deacon, and members of the church staff. I want you to know that it is important to remember our biblical and theological foundations that inform our decisions around the coronavirus and questions about reopening. In 1 Corinthians chapter 6, Paul says, "All things are lawful for me, but not all things are helpful," which means in this situation, just because the state has granted permission to begin returning to our buildings does not necessarily mean that it is safe or beneficial to do so. There are many factors to take into consideration, many questions to resolve. Paul also says in 1 Corinthians chapter 12 that when one suffers, all suffer. When one rejoices, all rejoice together. We are in fact our brothers and sisters keepers. We are responsible for one another, and we need to recognize that a majority of our congregation falls within the population at risk for severe complications to the coronavirus. We are considering a whole range of options for returning to our building and our sanctuary, and we will not be hasty in making these decisions. The safety of all concerned is the highest priority, and maintaining the quality of our worship and activities is also a priority. We will keep in constant communication with all of you, utilizing every available platform so that a minimal of people will be left out. In the meantime, thank you for your prayers, your patience, your goodwill, and your support as we work together to inhabit the new landscape that is now before us. Take care, God bless, and keep in touch.